There are 2 slides I want you to remove from your presentations today. My name is Hannah Michelotti. I'm a public speaking and presentation coach in Portland, Oregon, and I help corporate and creative professionals like you to put personality back inside of your presentations so you can not only engage your audiences, but persuade your audiences. I argue that very rarely in life are you merely informing people. You almost always want your audience to do something with what you've shared. By the 5x5 method. If you'd like more information like this, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Liked this tip and you liked this video, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. If you're new here, welcome, be sure to subscribe. If you're coming back, welcome back. In this video, I'm going over the 2 slides you want to remove immediately from your presentations today and the 1 slide you want to put in their place. Slide offender number 1, questions? Finishing your presentation with the slide questions is redundant. I ask professionals in workshops, if you were to remove the question slide, do you think your audience would still feel like they could ask you questions at the end of your presentation? If the answer is yes, which it is, the question slide is redundant. It's using airtime and space that could be rerouted to something more useful that we're covering later in the video. Now, if you're really concerned about whether or not people could ask you questions, do you think your audience could come up to you after you've presented and personally ask you something instead of in front of the audience? Of course they could.
Can I ask you a question? Do you know if the hotel's pager friendly?
What do you mean?
I'm not getting a SIG on my beeper.
In today's day and age, it's expected that you can ask questions at the end of a presentation. You also have so many opportunities for your audience to get in touch with you. They can email you, Slack you, talk to you in person. There are so many ways people can ask you questions without a designated slide that's taking up space for something much more precious. Slide offender number 2. Thank you. Thank you is usually followed with an exclamation point. Sometimes it stands alone. Thank you implies you've taken your audience through a funeral procession. You've given boring information after boring information after boring information.
What way does the author's...
Thank you implies you have something to thank them for, like sitting through all this really dry stuff. That's not what we want at the end of a presentation. That's not the message we want to be sending to people. You have plenty of opportunities earlier in your presentation to thank people.
Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you!
And that's sometimes very necessary. Instead of ending on a thank you, you want to use that slide for something far better. Speaking of, here is the number 1 slide you want to have at the end of every single presentation. Welcome, CTA, your call to action. You want to have a call to action at the end of every single presentation. Exactly what you want your audience to do with the information you have shared. Again, even if you're just informing them about that 1 spreadsheet they need to fill out by end of day, that's persuasion. That's asking for your audience to take action and do something different because they haven't filled out that spreadsheet up until today, up until your presentation. At the end of my professional workshops and any presentation I give, I always have a slide that usually has a photo of me on a mountain, because who you are outside of work matters just as much inside of your presentations, if not more, as well as the ways I want people to contact me and what I want them to contact me for. It changes based on the audience I'm talking to. If I'm working with corporate professionals inside of a work environment, I want them to subscribe to the Audience Attention Agency, which is my email newsletter where I teach people how to grab audience's attention, which is the most precious currency you have as a speaker and presenter. I always have a CTA slide. I never put up questions or a thank you slide. If I want my audience to ask me questions after I've delivered the CTA verbally and on the slide, I ask, are there any lingering questions that I can answer for any of you today? The final reason why you want to use this airtime at the end of your presentation for a CTA is because you're maximizing on your audience's brain. You're maximizing what's called the primacy recency effect. This effect simply states that audiences remember more at the beginning and at the end of a presentation, of a concert, of a book, of a movie, and they kind of forget everything else in the middle. It's a little bit muddled. It's why Taylor Swift ended on a banger for her Eras tour. It's why any band that you see in concert will have an encore, and I can almost guarantee that encore song is their number one song. You've been sitting through the concert going, when are they gonna play it? When are they gonna play that song? When is YMCA by the Village People going to come on? It's the encore song. Primacy recency effect. The same applies with your presentations. Your audience will remember how you started, especially if you started off with an attention grabber and the 4-part sequence to an opening, and they will remember your closing, your CTA. Make sure you are deleting those 2 slides. Questions? Thank you. And instead using a call to action slide. Tell your audience every time you speak exactly what you want them to do with the information you have shared. That's all I have for you today in today's video. If you're new here, be sure to hit subscribe. And if you're coming back, thanks again for subscribing. You can always ask questions in the comment box below, but be sure to tune in for my next video. And that's my CTA.